Hi, it's Janice here, and the tip that I want to talk to you now is about why we're doing this work and about kind of releasing the past, the bits that aren't working for you. So I've just bought this plant here, which is a little hollyhock, and if we nurture it, it's going to grow into these beautiful flowers. And it's going to bloom and it's going to be the best version of itself. And what we're looking at in the work that we're doing is we're doing that for ourselves. Now, to get this flower to move to the next stage, it needs to be planted in the right area. It started from a seed, it's been watered, nurtured, and it's exactly the same for us. So for us to grow into the best version of ourselves, we've actually got to look after all the different areas of our lives so that we can do it. It's not just the way that we think, it's not just the way that we eat, it's not just the way that the work that we do, it's a combination of everything. So when we're looking to move forward, we've got to sort of think, that's why I've asked you to look in the past. What are the things that you need to release? Now, the reason I'm saying that, because if you don't release the things in your past, and we've had such a shitty year in 2020, there's been lots of grief for a lot of people. So have you got any grief that you've got to let go of? Now, generally, I would say most people from last year have. Most people have got things to let go. Loss of job, loss of family, loss of friend, loss of relationships, loss of dreams. And so what it is if we don't start to release these things from our mindset, what happens is they turn around inside our body. These things get lodged in our cells, and they actually do make us sick. And so, when we look at a lot of the illnesses that we have in modern society, some of it is because we don't eat the right food. We don't love ourselves enough that we don't eat the right food. We don't love ourselves enough that we exercise properly. We don't love ourselves enough that we go and find out how to communicate properly so we can set limits for ourselves, so we look after ourselves as well as looking after other people second. What we do is we look after other people first and us second. And all of these things, when we're looking at to create a new you, is the bad habits that we've had that we've got to release, because when we look at how our body is made, if we don't release it, if we don't get it out of our mind, we get all those negative thoughts. And so, and if we don't get it out of the cells of our body gets sick. So the more releasing you can do from 2020, from all of your life in the past, the easier it's going to be able to for you to move forward. Now, I do a lot of this in my programs, because we've got to be able to learn from the past to create a better future. But just a quick and easy thing that you can do is remember that this has come from a seed. It's grown this far. If it's looked after, it's going to turn into this beautiful flower. Now, you're the same. So what you can do to release the past, the bit that doesn't work for you, is get a piece of paper, write down everything that you don't like, everything you want to change, and then everything you don't like first. That's the best one. We'll do the change bit next, and then rip it up and release it. And you may have to do that 20 or 30 times, because the more you get out of your mind, the more you get out of your cells, stuff from the past, the easier it's going to become for you to be able to create a new future for yourself.